Hello viewers, welcome to my channel IIT Olympiads and AP Physics with Ambarish. And in today's video, I have brought a very interesting problem from 200 puzzling problems, and I have also added two parts to the problem on my own. See if you can get this problem, try it out yourself, and then you can have a look at my solution. So let me read out the problem for you. A boatman sets off from one bank of a straight uniform canal of width L for a mark directly opposite to the starting point. The speed of the water flowing in the canal is V everywhere. So canal is flowing with V, and the speed of the boat relative to the canal is also V, that is given. And later on we'll read that this boat is always headed for point B. That means he's trying to steer for point B even though river is trying to carry him forward. Okay. So the speed of the water flowing in the canal is V everywhere. The boatman rows steadily at such a rate that were there no current, the boat's speed would also be V. So velocity of boat relative to stream, that means it's given to be V. He always sets the boat's course in the direction of the mark, but the water carries him downstream. So he's heading for this, but actually because of water, his water current, he is not able to directly approach. There's a superposition of these two velocities, and his course is somewhere else because of that, because of the net resultant velocity. Okay. Fortunately, he never tires. And now, why the author has written this, you can realize it when you start analyzing the problem. He never tires. How far downstream does the water carry the boat? So finally, when he reaches the opposite bank, you have to tell that how far he will be from point B. What trajectory does it follow with respect to the bank? So the question in the book just ends here. I want you to also find the Cartesian equation of the trajectory. So this is the part that I've appended a little bit. And I also want you to find the polar equation of trajectory of B as seen from the boat. So as the boat is going, you can fix some coordinate system. Let us say this is some x prime fixed to the boat, x prime and y prime, and let's say this is angle theta. So you know that B will have some r and this theta. So you're supposed to find out the polar equation of trajectory for the point B as seen from the frame of the boat. Okay. So if you want, you can try it out yourself, and you can look at my analysis. I'll get into my analysis right away. Okay. So let me get into the analysis. Okay. So the one thing you can observe here. So when the boat is somewhere in the middle of the stream, you can think about the it's what is the velocity of approach of this boat towards point B. See, because it's of its velocity related to water, this approach velocity is V. And if let us say this angle is phi, so then because of the river current, it would be moving away at a speed of V cos phi, right? So net velocity towards B, approach velocity towards B is what? That is V minus V cos phi, or we can say that approach velocity of this boat towards point B is V into 1 plus cos theta. Why? Because phi is this angle, that is 180 minus theta, or you can say this angle is phi. So V and minus V cos phi. So superposition of these is the approach velocity of the boat towards point B. Now you can also imagine a line PQ which is at the same distance as point B. So B is at a distance of L, and I am imagining a line PQ which is at a distance of L from AB. And if you realize, you can see that the velocity approach of boat towards line PQ and velocity of approach of boat towards B both are same. Why? Because what's the component of this boat velocity in this direction, the x direction? So this is V because of the velocity of the canal, and this V has a backward projection of V cos phi. So net velocity is V into 1 minus cos phi, or V minus V cos phi, which is again V into 1 plus cos theta. So see, that means what? Velocity approach of the boat towards the line PQ is same as the velocity approach of the boat towards point B, and that should start ringing some bells. You also realize that this distance is L and this distance is also L. So we have a point whose initial distance is L, and a line whose initial distance is L. So the distance ratio is 1:1, and not only it is 1:1 at the initial moment, but you see that the rate of decrease of these two distances from the boat is also equal exactly. So that means what? These ratios will always be 1. And when the ratio of distance is 1:1, that defines a parabola. So we can say that the distance of the point of the boat, from this line, is equal to distance of the boat from this point, and we'll use that condition to get the equation of the trajectory. Okay. So what I've written now, realize that initial distance of the boat from line PQ and point B are same, and the rates of decrease of these distances is also same. So distance of boat from B is equal to distance of boat from PQ at all times. So trajectory is a parabola, and therefore focus is point B and the directrix is line PQ. Okay, and if you consider some point x comma y, and you can use the distance formula, this point is 0 comma L with respect to A is the origin. So distance formula gives you, so this distance is L minus x, this distance, and this distance will be under root of x square, this is x square, and plus L minus y square. Okay, and if you rearrange this is just the equation of this parabola. Okay, so that was the equation of trajectory. Now realize that as the boat is going, is crossing the canal, its velocity is becoming like, it is at some angle theta, and this theta will keep on decreasing. What happens when this boat reaches exactly the opposite bank? When the boat reaches the exactly opposite bank, then the boat will have a reverse velocity v with respect to canal, and the canal will have a forward velocity. That means what? In the ground frame, the velocity of boat will become 0. The boat is just barely able to maintain itself at its own position when it reaches the opposite bank. And the what is the y coordinate at the opposite bank? So y coordinate of the opposite bank is what? That is L. Y coordinate is L. So you put y is equal to L in this equation, and you solve for x, that comes out to be L upon 2. So finally the boat is at a distance of L by 2 from B on the opposite bank. So you can visualize this, it's a parabola like this, somewhat like this. Of course the upper branch will not exist, boat will just finish here, but if you want to continue the parabola, this is part of this type of a parabola. Okay, so that's another part for the question, that distance for what is the final distance of the boat. So that answer is L by 2. Now coming to the polar equation of path of B as seen from the boat. So let's look at that. So let us say boat is somewhere over here at some point of time, and then this is the, let us say R is the distance between point B and the boat. So what's the rate of decrease of this distance? Rate of change of this distance, if you see. So R is decreasing with time, so we can say that dr by dt is what? So this approach velocity is v, and this is v cos phi. So v minus v cos phi, which is also v into 1 plus cos theta, because phi is complementary angle, rather supplementary angle of theta. So dr by dt is, there should be minus sign over here, minus of v into 1 plus cos theta, right? And then what about d theta by dt? See, if you look from the frame of the boat, what you will see? You will see that point B has got, because of the canal velocity, it has a reverse velocity of v, because the boat has superposition of this v and this v. So from the frame of the boat, point B will appear to have a reverse velocity and this velocity, superposition of these two velocities. And because of this, the velocity component perpendicular to the r, that you know that is responsible for change of theta. And angular velocity is nothing but perpendicular component of velocity divided by the distance. Okay, so d theta by dt is nothing but this is v, so component in this direction is v sin theta. Okay, you can say v sin phi if you want to see it carefully using geometry. If this angle is phi, this angle is phi, and you draw a normal over here, so this is 90 degree and this is 90 minus phi, so this component becomes v cos of 90 minus phi, which is v sin phi, but sin of phi is same as sin of 180 minus phi, so we can also write sin theta. So d theta by dt is v sin theta by r. Now you divide the equation 6 by equation 7, and you get dr by d theta is minus r into 1 plus cos theta divided by sin theta. Now you can easily integrate this equation. You can take this cos theta using double angle formula, you can convert it so that you get rid of 1. So cos theta is 2 cos square theta by 2 minus 1, and then you can write as 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. Not a very difficult integration, so you can integrate this, and the limits will be, so realize that initially value of r is L, initial distance is L, and at the general time this distance is r and this angle is theta, and initial value of angle theta is pi by 2. So you will be integrating the angle from pi by 2 to theta, and the value of r from L to r, and if you do that, you solve this, and this is what you get for r as a function of theta. So this is our polar equation. Okay, so that's our final answer. I hope you enjoyed my solution, and if you did like my solution, please do give a thumbs up to my video, and share this video as much as possible in your various academic groups, maybe WhatsApp or Telegram or whatever academic networking media you might be using. And most importantly, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel, because that is what keeps me motivated to post new videos. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Please keep coming back to my channel for more awesome stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. And thank you, and God bless you all.